There's a richness that we have coming from an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community, having culture that has been around for 40,000 and more years. That makes us really special to this country as sovereign people, but it also means that the past 200 years of colonisation have been quite difficult for our communities and for our families, and we see a lot of the trauma still in young people today.
It was important for us to have a specific campaign for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders simply because we talked around the issue really, I think, over the last 7.5 years, and there were lots of different views about how we engage in talking about mental health. And ultimately what we were clear about is that we weren't talking directly to young Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, and so we needed to have that conversation.
I'm Shanti, I'm from Broome, 25 years old.
Mum, look at it. Mum, look, no.
This is May May. It's beautiful here. It's, you know, red dirt, white sand, where the desert meets the sea. I lived away from here for quite some time, but when I had children, that's when it kind of brought me back home. Otherwise, I just was like a gypsy. I just travelled here, there and everywhere. No matter how hard things might get, there's somewhere I belong, you know. Knowing that I could be 1,000 kilometres away, but I know still in my heart that that's where I belong. And I always will belong there, and my children as well.
My name's Mark Munich from Darwin. I'm 21 years old. My tattoo from here was symbolised, you know, is my, hey, look out, get nothing on me there. This is on the top is my mother's. She's a Yarrowoo woman, and my dad is a Gulangandji man. The top one, Yarrowoo, is from Broome, Western Australia, and the bottom one is from Yarrabah in Cairns, far north Queensland. You know, I wish I could go there a lot more often. It's something I really want, that's on the cards to go back, and just because it's, you know, it's home, you know, it's like home for all of us mob too, so. Like in just personal experience, when you get a lot of people that come into a same room and they say, oh, I'm from here, I'm from this nation, I'm from that tribe, I'm from this clan, that's my skin name. You know, there's some people actually, you know, can get quite upset not knowing where they're coming from because of, you know, the things that happened, you know, which would have happened years and years and years ago.
My name is Sam Paxton. I'm a proud Waywuru woman. My family's from Wangaratta, Victoria, but I grew up in Melbourne. There's obviously been a lot of racism and bullying and harassment targeted to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I see grandparents and parents and children all experiencing the same issues at different points. I see a lot of young people who are being affected by mental health issues but not knowing where to go. And sometimes the consequences are just really awful.
Because we didn't grow up like that. We didn't grow up with alcohol and violence. For me, being a single mum, being at home alone with my girls at night, things like that, I start to think about, are my children safe? I'm getting up, checking if Jazara's still in her bed, making sure my windows and everything is locked. So on that part, that impacts me personally. So I just, I don't want them to see that kind of crap. It's not nice.
Going back years ago when I was about 10, 11, and, you know, as I got, you know, when my parents split up at the time, that's when they asked, because I was the second eldest, but even though I was the second eldest, I still always took on that leadership, the eldest role, and I still, to this day, I still do. Because I've got a lot going on myself, we all got a lot of things going on in our lives, and when they come up with a lot of issues, like particularly if it's all of them asking for, for help, for your help, but you're struggling to find yourself help, you need to really help myself.
I think when young people begin to start developing mental health issues, there's a lot of confusion, firstly, about what's going on and why am I feeling like I used to feel and why do I feel this way now?
Yeah, that's how I felt for a long time, like pride, shame, in denial of anything is even wrong with me, blaming others, pushing people away, feeling maybe that other people will judge for them getting help. And then actually putting something on how you're feeling, like someone's, okay, well, you're actually depressed, sets it in concrete, and it's like, it's real then, when you go and get diagnosed by the doctor or you start your counselling or whatnot, it gets real. I say to them, you need to go and talk. You're the only one who can make the change. Someone can guide you, your counsellor or whatever can guide you and help you, but they can't actually make that change for you.
I think they've opened the door to start looking at how we can address this. And a lot of the issues are about society and what we can do as a nation to start supporting our young people to be future leaders.
A lot of things I faced, but I felt that after, I was able to get everything off my chest, I, just felt on top of the world, like I could achieve anything.
When we brought in the sense of culture and the recognition that we've survived for the last 200 years, and talk from a perspective of resilience and strength, I think there's lots of benefits for services to understand that young people are aware of what's going on and can speak for themselves.
Because we have so much potential as young people around here, because the sky's the limit and there's possibilities endless.